Welcome back to Raiders of the Lost Podcast, the ultimate film and TV podcast.
We're your hosts, James
and Anthony.
Today's episode is movie news number 56, where we talk about the latest news in film and TV from the past week.
All right, movie friends, we're happy to be here discussing the news. A lot happened this past week, lots of trailers, lots of cool announcements, and actors doing press revealing things. Let's get into the box office first of all, and that was a good, solid box office overall. However, Thor came out on top once again for its second straight weekend with $40 million. However, even though that sounds like very good news, it was actually an 80% drop from its opening weekend, which is actually pretty bad. You do not want a movie dropping below 60% for the second weekend. Clearly, the word of mouth for the movie did not spread as well as other Marvel movies. At the moment, Thor is at $400 million worldwide. It looks like with a drop like this, they're not going to hit $1 billion, not even close. I'm guessing $600 million and around $650 million tops for Thor: Love and Thunder worldwide.
And this came out on Thursday, so it's been 10 days, 11 days that this movie's been out. It's only at $400 million. That is not a successful film from Marvel. You know, that it's probably broken even right now at $400 million because it's $250 million budget, $150 million on the marketing. They marketed this thing like crazy everywhere. So it's not going to be a very successful film for Marvel, which is not good news for them. Having two bad film releases with Lightyear and then Thor: Love and Thunder
for Disney in total,
Disney. So.
Actually, it's actually way worse than that because when you factor in the marketing, the entire budget for this film was about $400 million. And so they're not even broken even. They're still splitting profits with the theaters. And Disney wants Thor to make $800 million. That's their number. When you have a $400 million budget, you want to double that. So they want to make $800 million. That's their spot. So it doesn't look like they're going to hit that.
Yeah, $400 million seems like a lot for a movie, but it's Marvel, Disney. So remember,
they spent a lot of money on it.
So that is not good news for them. Minions is still killing at $25 million. Where the Crawdads Sing, that just premiered this weekend at $15 million opening weekend.
Very respectable. They were projecting it at $10 million opening weekend, so $15 million. Clearly, the fans for that book showed up. A $25 million budget, so it's going to be a successful film once its theatrical run is done.
Top Gun is still putting butts in seats. $11 million weekends. It's past $600 million domestic just in the U.S. and Canada alone. Elvis, another successful weekend, $9 million. So that movie's been also a pleasantly successful surprise for the studio.
Yeah. Elvis has $150 million worldwide, which is very good. And also Top Gun has surpassed Titanic as Paramount's most successful domestic movie.
Let's go.
So that's pretty wild.
All right, let's get into the news. So the Rings of Power and Amazon released a fourth teaser trailer.
Is this a teaser still?
It's another teaser. So what I'll say about this teaser, still have no idea what the show's about. And we're, 2 months away from the release? The visual effects look incredible. This trailer looked great. Yeah. It's the best looking trailer we've seen so far. Got a little bit more in terms of scope but really the trailer all is a bunch of characters in different locations.
It was a sizzle reel.
We don't really know what the story is, what the plot is, except Galadriel seems to be the lead of the show. It appears. Visual effects look great because obviously Weta Digital did this show in their top of the industry.
They're the best.
So it's going to look stunning, but I don't know why they're still hesitant to show the storyline of the show. Why are they not revealing the plot yet? I don't know if they're just trying to do some sort of new marketing scheme to wait till we're even closer to the release date to show what the show is actually about.
Yeah.
Because I still don't know the plot of it.
It seems like, I thought it was odd to not get a more sense of the story because this is, like you said, the fourth teaser trailer. It seems as though everything's going to be hinged upon like there's a falling star or like an asteroid hitting Earth and everyone looks up at this thing passing above the sky. It seems like that's going to be a unifying moment for every character and will set the stage for the story. That's my guess.
Yeah, but that's not the plot.
Yeah, I know, so I don't really know what the plot is.
That was the third teaser trailer. Where there's 30 different people looking. Shooting asteroids.
But I will say the CGI looks a lot better than in the first trailer. It looks. I was pleasantly surprised, and I thought it looked terrific.
Looks incredible. Lots of great wide landscapes. But hey, it looks pretty. Is it going to be good? We don't know yet. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Next up, The Gray Man premiered in Los Angeles, and the embargo is lifted, and it's getting lukewarm reviews. It's currently rotten on Rotten Tomatoes, right?
It's 60%.
Okay, so it's just fresh.
But it's not just critics because we always bash Rotten Tomatoes, but fans are also giving it lukewarm responses. It only has a 6 on IMDb, I believe, which is not a good score for IMDb ratings.
It's actually 6.8 on IMDb, 52% Rotten Tomatoes, so 52%. It is rotten. So check your sources, Anthony.
Oh, that was not up to date. Well, I checked my sources yesterday. They must be new people saw it.
Sure.
But still, 6.8 is not very good, especially because when movies come out, they tend to have a higher rating, and then they drop a little bit in the IMDb rating once more people see it. So to start at 6.8, not a very strong start for The Gray Man.
And it's a pretty big movie, huge cast, great actors, and
I think it's Netflix's biggest movie so far.
And it's the second film from the Russo brothers outside of the MCU.
Yeah.
So, and their first one was also very lukewarm.
Cherry.
With Tom Holland.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if these guys need to stick to Marvel or what, but we're going to see it, obviously. Are they doing theatrical releases for this? Or
it's a limited release in New York and LA and a couple other theaters around the country, but then it comes fully on Netflix on the 22nd.
All right, we're definitely going to see it in theaters.
Yeah.
You got to see our boy Ryan on the big screen.
and don't forget Anna.
And of course, Chris Evans.
It's an attractive cast.
Is this stealing the
hot stars of
It's the Denis Villeneuve cast.
Yeah.
He's hot and talented.
Next up, Blumhouse has reported that they have grossed $5 billion at the global box office worldwide for all of their films, which is insane. Such a great success from Jason Blumhouse to build a studio on his own and to make movies with small budgets, like very small budgets. These movies are being produced for, and they're grossing huge sums of money. I think the biggest budget they had was with Get Out, possibly.
No, Get Out was like $4 million.
Oh, I think you're right, actually.
Tiny budget.
So Blumhouse has got to be the most successful profit-wise studio of the last 20 years.
Yeah.
To pull in $5 billion and all the movies you're making are extremely small budgets. It's really impressive, so congrats to Blumhouse. People love their movies.
Next up, Jamie Foxx is back. I feel like I haven't seen this guy in a movie in forever.
Yeah.
He's taken down vampires in the upcoming action comedy Day Shift, which also stars Dave Franco. It seems like a really fun horror comedy buddy cop sort of situation. Dave Franco's character is very silly as well, but I think their dynamic looks great in the trailer, so I'm pretty excited to check this out. And is this a Netflix movie?
Yeah, Netflix movie.
Day Shift. Jamie Foxx and vampires, let's go.
Also, Nope is coming out very soon, and IMAX released a featurette showcasing Jordan Peele using real 65mm film cameras for the film. This movie looks terrific, and I can't wait to see it on the IMAX screen. 65mm film, I think, is the highest quality format you can make a movie, so it's something that Chris Nolan has been working with for a long time since Dark Knight. He's been tinkering with IMAX, and then Interstellar and Dunkirk. Huge format 65mm film cameras, and it looks really impressive, so go ahead and check out that behind the scenes featurette.
Lilo and Stitch is getting a live action adaptation, and they have tapped director Dean Fleischer Camp, who made Marcel the Shell. So I think that's an excellent choice because we really loved Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. And he seems like a great comedic director and will offer, what we loved about that show as kids to bring to the big screen. So that's pretty cool.
It was a movie before the show.
Was it a movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
They made the show after the movie.
Okay, I'm remembering. Was it Nickelodeon?
Disney.
Disney?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
It was on
Disney.
Yeah.
So I'm down to see that. Live action, I wonder what the monster's going to look like. I hope they stay true to the design of Lilo.
Let's make it Blue Baby Yoda.
Because with Sonic, when remember the designs came out, I was like, what the fuck is this thing?
I think after Sonic, studios are like, let's make sure it looks accurate to the original thing. So I don't think there's going to be a Sonic problem with this. Also, he did a great job with Marcel with the Shell with Shoes On, so I think he's a great choice. If anyone hasn't heard...
I'm sorry, I meant Stitch. Stitch is the monster, not Lilo.
Yeah. There's a fan-made Winnie the Pooh movie, but it's a rated R killer horror movie, and Winnie just kills people with an axe. And there's a trailer you can watch, and also they just released a poster of Winnie the Pooh holding a bloody axe, and it just looks ridiculous. I actually can't wait to watch this thing.
Speaking of Baby Yoda and Grogu from The Mandalorian, Joe Dante, the director of Gremlins, says that Baby Yoda was completely stolen from his films with Gizmo the Gremlin, and I can't unsee this article, and I can't unrealize this because we all love Grogu, we all love Baby Yoda, but I mean Gremlins and Gizmo is such a great character, an iconic little monster.
You named your cat Gizmo.
My first cat named Gizmo, of course. Yeah, Gizmo's the best. But now I'm like, oh my god, Baby Yoda is Gizmo. Literally.
Yeah, it's very the design's very similar, and obviously, I mean,
the personality too.
The personality, yeah, because the design is we already have Yoda, so obviously he has the ears and he's little. But I would say The design definitely reminds you of Gizmo, especially like the way the animatronics move and the eyes and the interactions with the characters, especially as opposed to the boy who gets Gizmo in Mando with Baby Yoda. It is very similar, the relationship. Everyone borrows from everyone else, so you can't say but like it is interesting. I'm sure Joe Dante was like, he saw Mandalorian, he was like, mother effers. They just ripped me off.
But I still also think that like it was very heavily inspired by Baby Groot too.
Baby Groot, I think, was an impactful for Disney of saying we need more baby
Favreau's
characters.
probably like, let's take Baby Groot and Gizmo and make Baby Yoda out of it.
Yeah.
Kind of would seem what they would create too.
Daniel Kaluuya, he's been doing press for Nope, and he revealed that he has a production company that's called 56%, and they are in the middle of producing a Barney film. Barney, the kid's purple dinosaur. So making a feature film out of Barney.
But he's like the guy in the Barney suit. Like, it's about that, right?
No, he's just producing it.
So it's a kid's film?
It's a kid's film.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's going to be a kid's movie about Barney. I don't think we've had one of those yet.
I thought it was going to be like a drama of the guy in the Barney suit, like smoking cigarettes out back. Like, I hate these kids. I can't take them anymore.
No, he said...
Oh, this goddamn suit's killing me. My balls itch.
So in the interview, he said he loves kids' movies.
Gotcha.
And he wants to make movies as a producer, he wants to make all kinds of movies, not just dramatic films. So he wants to also produce kids' movies.
Very cool.
Looks fun.
Scream 6 just casted Samara Weaving and Tony Revolori.
I wonder who the killer's going to be.
I mean, I like both these actors a lot.
I love them. Yeah.
Samara was awesome in Ready or Not, and also she's going to be in Babylon. Tony Revolori's great. We all know him from Grand Budapest Hotel, and he's Flash in the Spider-Man movies for Marvel. So, I mean, I guess my interest in this film just got piqued because that's pretty cool casting.
For me, it seems like unless Samara Weaving is the
lead,
she's going to be the villain. So I think when you cast a big name like that, it's like kind of obvious she might be the killer.
Maybe they have a new idea for the story. Maybe she's like someone else. I don't know.
Maybe she's actually playing herself.
Maybe. Who knows?
We'll see.
Tony Revolori is also on Logic's new album. It's pretty funny.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Like he raps on it?
No, he leaves him voicemails.
That's great.
It's really funny. It's an entire track of it.
Also, in the news, Ryan Gosling doing press for The Gray Man. He's been talking about Wolfman, which is his upcoming Universal monster movie, being directed by Darshan Patel. They've made two great movies, Place Beyond the Pines and Blue Valentine together. Excellent director. He also just made a HBO series last year with Mark Ruffalo that's really good, where he plays identical twins.
We lost out in that casting.
Yeah, we lost that. Yeah, we auditioned and they were like, "Get out of here!
You don't need actual.
You're not Mark Ruffalo. Are you an Avenger? No, get out of here." But I think it's a really interesting director to have for Wolfman. He's a terrific writer and director, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do, what they cook up for Wolfman. I think to make Wolfman interesting, you got to do something against the curve and outside the box, and they seem like a pair that could definitely do that.
Man, I've been hearing this for years. I just want it to happen. Gosling is the Wolfman. Let's go. We've been talking about it for like 8 years, I think. Something like that.
I don't know about that.
Yeah?
8 years?
That's been in the rumors since like 2014.
What?
Yeah, dude.
What are you smoking?
I'm smoking
2014?
Oxygen. Yeah, dude.
I don't know. That's like before we moved to LA.
Yeah, they were talking about it.
I don't know. Maybe. I'm not in on this. 2014.
I'm a personal friend.
8 years in development.
I'm personal friends with them, so maybe you weren't in the group text.
Benicio's Wolfman came out in 2012.
No.
Yeah.
Sooner than that.
I think it was like 2012.
Anyways, Hugh Grant leads the shortlist to play disgraced Prince Andrew in Scoop movie. Peter Moffat is set to adapt Scoop's behind the scenes of BBC's most shocking interviews by Sam McAllister for the feature film.
And Moffat, he's been a writer on Doctor Who. He helped write the Sherlock series, so he's a great British writer, famous for UK television. I'm looking forward to it. I think it could be a really interesting movie.
2010, The Wolfman.
Announcement?
When it came out.
Okay, so I was off by 2 years.
You were off.
So there's no way they were like, okay, we need to recast Ryan Gosling.
I'm just saying Ryan Gosling said he wanted to do it.
You said 8 years ago.
I know. I'm talking about when the movie The Wolfman was released.
I know what I'm saying.
Do you want me to, here, let
I'm
me,
saying there's no way Gosling
Ryan
was in talks for Wolfman 8 years ago.
Wolfman 2014. Just keep going. Keep going on movie news.
There's a new trailer for all you Exorcism demon fans. There's a movie called Pray for the Devil where Jacqueline Byers plays a character who's trying to fend off the forces of evil. It looks really cool. Looks like a great, we haven't had one of these in a while, Exorcist movies. Yeah. It's been a while.
It used to be like 3 a year.
Yeah, it used to be. It was a big trend in the 2010s.
Yeah,
Exorcist movies every year.
Exorcism of Emily Rose. Exorcism of Steve. Exorcism of Juno the cat.
Hey, what happened to your search?
I found it. So ready. I found an interview of Ryan Gosling when he was 7, saying, "I hope to play the Wolfman one day."
My
with
Wolfman
Universal.
movie's in development.
Yeah. My friend Derek Chaffaz, who I am a pen pal of.
So you're full of shit.
I found it. Anyways, Stranger Things news kind of. Finn Wolfhard is actually co-writing and co-directing a movie. It's going to be called Hell of a Summer. He's making it with fellow actor turned filmmaker Billy Burke, which is really cool. He actually Brick. Oh yeah. Finn actually made a short film, Night Shifts. He worked on a short film that won an award at Fantasia Film Festival. So that's pretty cool to be that young and make co-directing a movie with someone else. What's he, like 18 now? He's also soon going to be heard in Pinocchio, Guillermo del Toro's film.
I like how because he has plenty of money and power now in the industry as a young kid to be able to make your own projects. I think that's something young actors never did until recently. To now be like
that young.
Yeah, to be that young making your own projects. I think it's a really good move for him. Also,
is he even 20 yet?
I don't know. I'm not sure. They're all pretty young still. I think he's 20.
Finn Wolfhard is 19.
Wow, good for him.
That's so cool.
The Black Phone has reached $100 million at the box office globally. Nice. Big hit. It was only a $25 million budget, so congrats to them.
Blumhouse.
Yeah, Blumhouse once again coming in hot. And it's still making money. It's still in theaters.
It's going to be on VOD on Friday, so I kind of want to watch it next week.
Yeah, we recommend it.
Heck yeah.
Also, Francis Ford Coppola's passion project Megalopolis is filming soon in Georgia with Adam Driver and a stacked cast. What's really interesting about this project is that Coppola funded it himself, $100 million budget on his own with his own money. He financed it, so he's going to have complete control over it. I'm really looking forward to it. He said he's been trying to make this film for 30 years.
Wow. That's insane.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what else we got. The Boys college spinoff gets official title and cast, intro, and new BTS video. It's going to be called Gen V. So this is going to be a college set spinoff of the show The Boys.
Should be interesting.
We'll see.
Also, BJ Novak has written and directed a film that's coming out called Vengeance. They just released a trailer and poster. It looks like a fun, dark comedy. We're actually going to the premiere next week.
He's starring in it, too.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to seeing that movie. The trailer looks like a lot of fun.
That's so cool to like do so much with The Office and be like a producer, writer, actor on that, and then finally like get to be the lead actor of your own movie that you wrote and direct. That's freaking awesome for him.
I think he also produced the Mini Project as well.
Yeah, he produces a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
He had a TV show, too, that came out last year.
Like his own TV show?
Yeah.
Interesting. There's been a new trailer for the next installment of the Orphan franchise, the horror movie Orphan, which came out like 10 years ago. It's a good horror movie, but they just released a trailer. Same actress is playing the title character, but it shows her first kill. So it's about the initial story. It's basically Orphan Origins.
Orphan.
It actually looks pretty good. Julia Stiles plays her actual biological mother. In the first film, she was adopted by a family, so it looks like pretty fun.
The jokes write themselves, everybody. Yeah. Orphan Origins.
Who was the first person she killed? When did she first put on the dress?
All right. There's a trailer for The Munsters, which is coming from Rob Zombie, reboot basically of the classic series. And it looks a little odd in black, not in black and white. It's very vibrant and colorful. I guess we'll see what it's like when it drops. But we'll see. I like Rob Zombie as a director. You know, I like his first Halloween a lot when he kind of rebooted that franchise, which is cool.
Yeah, it looks interesting. I wasn't really super in love with it, but we'll see. We'll watch it and see what we think of the film. And a final story this week is actually kind of a negative story about visual effects artists slamming Marvel Studios. Now, first of all, visual effects artists, it's every studio basically takes advantage of visual effects artists because what happens is a studio will hire a company of effects artists to make the effects for a movie, and they're signed to a contract. It has no length of time. It's like when they finish the project, and then that company can move on to the next movie project or TV project. But what happens is these projects will keep going and last longer than the visual effects company will want them to. Directors won't communicate well with the artists. So then say a CGI artist like makes a shot with CGI, and then the director finally sees it and they're like, that's not what I wanted because they didn't communicate well. So then the artist has to do it all over again. So it's always visual effects artists have a tough time in the industry. But apparently Marvel is the worst studio to work for. There's a bunch of visual effects artists who have worked for Marvel and who currently work for Marvel calling out the company, saying that it's a bad work environment. They work them like basically indentured servants. They don't get much off time, and it's apparently very stressful. Also, Marvel rushes visual effects to meet a certain date, which is why CGI in a lot of the more recent Marvel movies and TV shows haven't been very good, like the Moon Knight CGI, the She-Hulk trailer, the CGI was really bad. So a lot of these artists are saying that Marvel pushes the CGI, doesn't let them finish it properly. That's why it often doesn't look great. And also, they're just on this terrible schedule of working like in factories.
In like 12-hour days on weekends too. So it's pretty sad to hear that.
Yeah.
Corporation's going to corporate at the end of the day. And unfortunately, there's also the video of, I don't know if you saw, of Taika Waititi and Tessa Thompson like making fun of some of the visual effects shots on Thor. I thought that was it was coincidentally bad timing for when all these allegations and working conditions started getting revealed on Twitter and Reddit. So both those stories happened at the same time, and people took that video of them making fun of the visual effects shots very negatively, obviously.
Also, someone at the Oscars made fun of visual effects last year. I think it was Amy Schumer made a joke about visual effects artists. Maybe something, but that wasn't cool. But again, this isn't just Marvel Studios. Visual effects artists deal with this with every studio. In fact, the biggest example is the effects team that made Life of Pi. They won the Oscar that year for visual effects, that company. But they also went bankrupt that same year because they were overworked and underpaid for their jobs.
And they probably couldn't get another job in time.
Yeah, they couldn't afford to keep their employees. So that company, even though they won the Oscar, and they were also nominated for another movie that year, so like the best of the best artists, that company went bankrupt that same year.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's really sad. It's a tough industry for visual effects artists in the movie industry.
They're so underappreciated too.
Yeah, really. Life of Pi is an example of that won best cinematography, but it was all green screen.
Yeah.
And the visual effects artists are really the people who made that movie.
Mm-hmm. Not to say that.
Yeah, not to say this.
He's a great cinematographer.
I think Robert Richardson made that. Amazing cinematographer. So I'm just saying, like, he got the award, and then they lost their jobs.
Yeah.
That's the irony of the industry
bad.
for visual effects artists.
All right, well, we appreciate them.
Yeah.
Because we know how hard they work. Anyways, that wraps movie news number 56 for this week. Got some great episodes coming for you. This week we have The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Tomorrow on Monday, the David Fincher film starring Danny Craig as well as Danny Craig, as well as Rooney Mara. Take care.
Goodbye, y'all.
Raiders of the Lost Podcast is a Mirror Image production. Sound mixing done by Jacob Kossler. Opening music by Chase Jackson.